Lori Ballen here from Las Vegas, and today I'm going to share with you how my real estate agent website did in 2020. We're going to specifically look at what topics performed well, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how they work. Now, for those of you that have been following my journey since I got into real estate in 2007, and I really began sharing my strategies, I believe it was in 2010, have seen that search engine optimization, ranking on Google has always been a priority of mine. And the main reason is because it is a gift that keeps on giving. Just yesterday, my brother, who's on my real estate team, messaged me, or the other day, and he messaged me and said, "Hey, we just got a great referral, and it was in a really nice price range." And when I asked them how they heard about us, they said they found us on Google, and then browsing around, they could see we had a great reputation. And so creating this content is about generating interest in your brand, can have to do with lead capture on the website itself. There's many things that layering this type of content does for a real estate agent website. We're going to start with the very top one. And it's my neighborhood Christmas lights blog, and it's the one that does the best all year long. And honestly, I really could have put a lot more into it this year than I did, especially during the 2020 timeframe when so many people are really seeking safe holiday activities, such as going and touring Christmas lights. I could have done a better job with this year. So what I do every year, and let me just make that a little bit bigger so you guys can look at it. What I do every year is I just go in here and update the list. And I've got basically the top ones kind of on top. These are like the really popular ones, and I have videos for them, or I have pictures. These are kind of like, if I were going to go look at houses, these would be primary places to go look at. But I'm going to plus this, I think, next year. I need to start earlier. And one thing I noticed is I tried to take my own list out into Vegas last week, and we really need it sorted better maybe I need an app. I have to really think about what I want to do for next year because it's so good. I might as well really take advantage of the opportunity that I have with all these eyeballs on my website and maybe find a way to give more value to even make it better. Now, if they click on this Google Map link, I've actually taken the time, and I did this all myself manually, to map every house out on the map so that they could look at them based on where they live. The challenge that I had, though, as a consumer of the list, is that I really wanted to find a way to stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like put all of these together, like polygon them or something, and have a map created from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And that I was not able to do. So, but I know there's a way to do it. So that's what's in my brain of how I'll make this better next year. And one way I keep this updated is at the very, very bottom of the list of the page here. You'll notice that I have this form here, and people actually fill this out months before Christmas gets here. Now it's like constant, and they tell me if they've decorated and they would like their house to be included on here, or if they drove by a neighborhood and they think it should be included on here. So that's one way to do it. But this always does really well for me. I also run ads on this page, Google AdSense through Ezoic, and I earn money every single day from people clicking on the ads on this page. So while it may or may not bring actual real estate clients, it is monetized, and I do make money from it. Also, this is something I took down for this year because of my because of my focus. But the last several years, I actually had right here where it says Google Map link. This was linked to a form. They would fill out the form and then they would get the link to the Google Map. This is a fantastic way to build your local lists. And I had a little checkbox on there that said, yes, send me more best of lists like this one. And so then what I would do is I have one of these for every season. So this is the best one, but I have something. So for example, January, I focus on gyms, like best gyms or best gym specials or best healthy food delivery, like those types of things, all about health and fitness. February, I have best places to get married and best places to take a date for Valentine's Day in Vegas. March, I do pub crawls. And sometimes Easter's in March. We also do the Easter egg hunts. So March, April is Easter egg hunts, and it is where to get pictures of the Easter bunny, and it's also a spring break camps for school. So obviously 2020, we didn't have that. Here in Vegas, we didn't have everything, all the schools closed. But we didn't have the backup programs like we normally do because of 2020. But normally we have, when school goes on break for spring break, we have these kids that go to all these different camps. So I make a list of all the camps that are available for spring break. And then same with June for summer. I do for summer camps. I skipped May. May is Mother's Day, and I think that's my second best one is Mother's Day. And I do Mother's Day spas and places to take mom for brunch on Mother's Day and shows to take mom to for Mother's Day. And then for those, I actually have an affiliate relationship also with Groupon. And affiliate basically means when I promote a product through a link, generally, I get paid some sort of a commission if somebody buys those items. So even if they're not saying, hey, Lori, I want to buy or sell a house, I'm often making money through that Groupon relationship. I think it's 10% of the Groupon is the affiliate relationship. So again, I have found ways to, one, generate interest in my brand, two, generate traffic to the website, a lot of traffic to the website. And what that does, by the way, is, Google stores a relationship. When somebody types something into Google and they land on a website, Google stores a relationship and now deems my website valuable for that searcher. So the next time that searcher does something related to Vegas, I'm more likely to show up higher in the search. So that memory is beneficial overall to search engine rankings, although this blog goes viral every year and it's shared on social media. And I'm not the only one to do this. This is being done across the nation, maybe across the world, I don't know. And most of us have these types of positive results when we do a good job on the content itself. This type of content is called a listicle, when you create a list of something. And these are really popular for that hyper-local blogging. So we're generating interest in the brand, we're generating traffic, we're generating leads if we want to build, or contacts for our database if we want to build a local list. We could be using it for retargeting. So if you have like your Facebook pixel or Google, somebody lands on this website and the memory is stored, then you can retarget them with other lists like this or with real estate services throughout the years, so you've got that option as well. So there's lots of ways. And then there's income through ads, there's income through affiliate relationships. So for me, it serves a whole lot of purposes over time. Originally, it was just a list of, hey, let me find a way to get my local database full. Now this year, the only reason I'm really on pause is because 2019, I spent a large part of 2019 testing CRMs, Zoho, or not just CRMs, but CRMs and auto email responders. So I tested ActiveRain and ConvertKit and Zoho and Constant Contact and GetResponse and all of these. And eventually I made the decision to come back to my true love, which is Infusionsoft, but it's now called Keep. And that's where I've decided to settle. That being said, I've got another large business and they're kind of converging on each other. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to keep a second Keep app for real estate or do I want to put all these people into my Keller Williams database? So I'm just pondering that, and I didn't want to dirty everything up this year, so I just decided not to capture all of those leads this year while I consider what I want to do. Now, I still could have just used a WordPress form and put them all on a Google sheet. Would have been another way to do it, but I just pressed pause. So anyway, but I'm still making money on the ad. I'm still getting the retargeting efforts and things like that from people visiting this website. So that's a huge one that anybody could do. And the second one here is actually one property. I don't know if we can still get to it. Let's see. It's actually just, nope, it's gone. This was the most popular property this year. Let's see if we can get the address. I wonder if they even know that. On my website, this one, 7324 Marbury. 7324 Marbury. I'm really curious why that one was such a big deal. All right, so let's just look at it on realtor.com. It's sold now, but I'm curious. Northwest 475, 5 bedrooms on a significant size, a decent size lot, an abundant lot for Vegas for sure. 3.5 baths, huge, 3,539 square feet for $475. I just was trying to see if we see anything from the inside. Anyway, I don't know why. I have no idea why that was so big on my website. Maybe I was ranking for it really high. Never really paid much attention. I don't focus much on which IDX listings are bringing in all of that traffic, but it might be worth doing so because I could probably use that data in how I build out all of my community pages as I'm thinking about that. It's very, very interesting. Now, the website these are all being showcased on is up here, as you can see. This is a WordPress platform, and these are websites that my brothers Jeff and Paul actually build out. So if you are in need of a WordPress website, they take my experience, my designs, and they develop them into lead generation systems, complete with IDX and a CRM. They do Facebook ads, they do Google ads. There's all kinds of stuff there. The home valuation calculator they put in there. So if you're looking for a lead generation system like this, make sure you head over and talk to Paul and Jeff. Their website is ballenbrands.com. It's actually a marketing agency that I originally founded, and then I wound up giving to my brothers with a basically an affiliate relationship after the fact. So that way I can stay right here and do what I love, which is testing and measuring, creating content, and teaching it. And I'd rather do that than service it specifically. So Jeff and Paul take care of all of the servicing parts of things. All right. So there's just a little quick idea of what the IDX actually looks like. It's gorgeous. Okay. And if you have a website, by the way, but you're not happy with your IDX solution, I'm going to put a link below. This is IDX Broker. And if you use my link, you save the $99 setup fee. And then Jeff and Paul are actually on call as your support rather than IDX Broker. You talk to Jeff and Paul. This is one of the reasons why I chose IDX Broker was because of the customization abilities in the IDX and the lead generation. The lead capture is incredible. The options that they give me for the variety of ways that I can turn on lead capture, super comprehensive. They've now added a Las Vegas market report, which is another level of lead generation that people can actually fill out. It tells you, total listings today, new listings, open houses, and then they can sign up to receive email updates. So this is a really cool thing, but I absolutely love IDX Broker. Now I have an affiliate relationship with them, and I benefit when people sign up using my Save $99 link. But originally I just was using IDX Broker, and now I love to teach it. All right, so we've got a couple there. Now let's look at my third one. The third one, this is so funny. How to keep bugs off a screen door. Go figure. So this is something that I've learned over the years, and you can take this or leave it. It doesn't matter to me. But what I've learned is if I am going to be spending the time, the energy, the money to create content, I want to figure out as many ways to monetize that content as possible, specifically on these types of articles that don't usually turn into real estate deals. Now, somebody could be clicking around once they get here, and I do use heat maps so I can see where people go on these types of blogs. For the most part, they're traffic generators. They allow me to create that relationship with them through Google and with the retargeting pixels as well. They don't usually turn into a buyer or seller lead, right? Not at this phase. But it is advantageous to get them there. So one of the things that I've done over time is I have figured out how to include some affiliate links in here that allow me to earn a little bit of commission when somebody clicks through on one of them. In addition, I can make money from the ads on these websites as well, like we talked about earlier. So a couple purposes. This isn't something I would tell newbies to go out and start writing articles about how to keep bugs off your screen doors. But one of the reasons why I do it is because I decided I wanted to be more than Las Vegas IDX. I wanted to be a website that was more valuable than just homes for sale. So I decided to write about three things: real estate, which is anything to do with buying or selling or investing or flipping in Vegas, right? So that's creating all of the homes for sale in Las Vegas pages, the neighborhood pages, market reports and data. I wanted to do all of that. The second is hyperlocal. So that's all things related to Vegas, which is local, and hyperlocal are inside of Vegas, the smaller neighborhoods, the areas of town, the master plan communities, talking about everything from, zip codes and transportation and how our airport works and, the community of Summerlin. What does that look like? How does that work? What schools are there? That to me is all the hyper local stuff. And then the third one is home and garden. General home and garden, anything to do with repairs and living and products for the home. And so I'm going at that at three different levels. And that's a choice, but that's what's working for me as far as trying to create this entity so that Google really understands that I am about living in Las Vegas, buying in Las Vegas, selling in Las Vegas, all those things related to home, real estate, and Vegas, right? This other one has done really well for me as well, and this is tiny house living in Las Vegas. And this one, unfortunately, where I'm struggling is it's done so well that I haven't figured out how to use the leads that are coming in. In fact, I tried to turn off lead generation on this page because I'm getting all of these people that are saying, I want to buy a tiny home. Well, we as real estate agents don't really work in finding tiny homes unless that is some sort of specialty. I do know somebody that specializes in tiny homes, but not in Vegas. And so I haven't really figured this out yet. And it's something I need to meet with my team on and decide if there's a way we can explore this more. But basically, I just created a blog all about living in tiny homes in Vegas. What areas do we have that have tiny homes? Price ranges, regulations. I've included video and pictures and things like that. And this is my third top earner on ads as well. So if wherever you are, you might want to consider creating a blog about tiny homes in your area. These don't do well at all. In fact, I'm going to get rid of them. These I thought, well, if people are looking at tiny homes, they might be looking at tiny house appliances and tiny house air conditioners and things like that. And they're not. I don't get anything from that. So I'm going to delete that. Also, all these tiny home construction plans, nothing has come from those. So I'm just going to leave it up to the ads to do the work, and I'm going to take those affiliate links off of there because they don't do anything for me on this particular blog itself. And typically I rank, I think I rank number 1 for that phrase. Anywhere in the top 3 is going to generate a good amount of, anywhere on page 1 is going to generate traffic. The higher up on page 1 of Google you are, the more traffic you're going to get. Now that I'm sharing this video, I'm sure one of my competitors will go give me a run for my money, which is fine. I share these openly. I'm not hiding anything. So there's tools now. You can find anything anybody's doing if you're clever enough to use them. Okay, so then we have, this is my home page. This one is snakes in Las Vegas. So this one is all about what types of snakes we have here. So as you can see, that's a hyper-local or a local blog, right? Now this one here I really love. This one is the utilities list. Now I created this one for my buyers that would be buying a home. I wanted to be able to give them a link and say, okay, here's where you go to set up your gas, your cable, your mail, your phone, your power, your trash, your water, and it just went straight to the top of Google. I think the top 3 are all utility companies, and then I'm number 4. And it has stayed up there and done really well. So what I did is I thought, oh, this is interesting. How can I monetize this outside of real estate? So I looked up all of these companies online to see if they had an affiliate program, and sure enough, several of them do. So now I'm making over $100 a month. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but over $100 a month just from people clicking on one of these links and making a purchase to get their utilities set up or some sort of a service set up. I just added, I think, Hulu's affiliate link on here. So anyway, that's really a cool thing. So this blog, I wrote it myself, so I didn't pay an author to write this one. It's just a basic listicle. But anyway, so that's a really cool thing, and it generates traffic and, again, brand awareness and all of that. So that one does well. The next one is the Las Vegas Real Estate Market Report. Now, I'm going to tell you what I wish I was doing. I have a lot more ideas than I have time and leverage and energy for anymore. It used to be that I had a big team. I had admins and marketing directors and a COO and a CEO and all of that. And after my divorce in 2016, I just was kind of done with all of that. And I really just wanted to kind of get quiet in my everyday life and pull back and restore. And so I didn't want to have this huge company that I was, constantly having to be a human resources director for. And I really wanted to spend time poking the box on content and websites and affiliate marketing and how does this work. And actually having a great real estate year this year. I still have a team, but I don't really have much to do with them other than generating the leads, referrals from other real estate agents, and leads from Google, YouTube, that kind of thing. So now that it's just me, I have to get a lot choosier about what I'm spending time on, what kind of content I'm creating. But this is one I'm going to really crank up this year, is the Real Estate Market Report, because this generates listings. And that's gold. You want to be generating listings. Now, how does this generate listings? I have a call to action here that says get your instant home value. I've got a new call to action format. And so I'm just getting ready to edit this page for the end of year to get it really ready for 2021. It's going to be so comprehensive. I'm going to have all the year stats, zip code areas of town, market reports. And I feel like when I ask myself, if I were to just do one thing on my website to generate listings, what one thing could I focus more on that would bring in more of that? And it's this page right here. It's the Real Estate Market Report. And then and I'm really thinking this is me that's going to do this year. I'm also going to do all these market reports on YouTube and see how they perform. I have some up there already, but I need to get more diligent about doing them throughout each month, each quarter, end of year wrap, and then maybe by area. I have to look and see how people are searching on YouTube. But this one does incredibly well. And so that is, I'm going to really crank that one up this year and see if we can get that one higher up on the search engines, which will bring in more traffic. The next one is, will new construction in my neighborhood reduce my house price? And I noticed this one is really starting to climb currently. And this one is, somebody asked me a question one day. I don't even remember if it was a family member, a friend, or client. Somebody said, hey, I noticed that there's a new home build over there. Is that going to affect my home values? And so I went, well, let me go create a blog about it so that they understand. So a lot of the blogs and content that I create are based on what the clients are asking. Other content I create is based on keyword and topical research that I do, or competitive research that I do. So I get lots of ideas from there. This is my most popular homes by feature page. So again, this one is Las Vegas homes with mother-in-law quarters. So here they can see all of the homes that are for sale in Las Vegas that have a mother-in-law quarters, and that's very popular here in Vegas. And if they want to see them all on the map, they can, and this will take them to the map. Now, if I wanted to generate more registration type leads on this page, what I would do is change this so that instead of it just going right to the map, there is a form that pops up in between, and then they would register to view that map. Right now, I have 3 agents on my team, and they're all full. They don't want to chase web leads. So I know it sounds weird. I'm just straight up honest always. I decided to stop putting lead forms all over my website, because if they don't want the leads, it just frustrates me to look at them. When I'm all day long, lead, another one. I'm like, oh, I want somebody to go chase these, and I don't want to cultivate leads all day long. So it's all on pause right now. And I also don't want to go out and chase real estate agents to join my team. So right now I just said, you know what, I'm just going to leave it off. And when it's time for agent number 4 on the team that wants to go chase web leads, it'll be time. And today just isn't it. So anyway, I'm taking advantage of running ads on the website so that at least I'm still making money through those efforts until the agents on my team want me to turn the leads back on. So basically it's like a faucet. When I turn on the registration, we get leads through the roof. Right now I have no forced registration on IDX, or I'm not making them register for anything. The next one on the list is mother-in-law quarters. I said that one already. The next one is the Las Vegas Arts District. So that's another hyper-local one. And then we have condo homes under 100,000. Very popular, but I don't think we have any right now. We have no inventory, of course. 2020 Vegas. So, there is one. Oh, there's some. Yeah, we have some. My bad. Okay, cool. So there we have some there, and then we have this one's really climbing too. Las Vegas fourplexes. So that's another popular one. In fact, I just updated that one yesterday because it's doing so well. And you can see this this software here. If you haven't already clicked the link below in this video to try the free version of it, this is a cool alternative to Google Analytics. I have both, but this is my great at a glance analytics tool. Plus, it also gives me the IP addresses when somebody registers through IDX, which is another reason why I chose IDX Broker. The two work together so that I can see not that person's direct address or anything like that, but I can see general information, the area that they're in, the type of device that they're on. Is it a desktop? Is it mobile? Is it Apple? Is it Chrome? What are they on? And then even more is, where did they come from? Were they a Facebook lead? Were they a Twitter lead? Did they come from Google? Did they come from YouTube? So that is really valuable information for me. But you can see here, if it's red, that means there's been a decline in that traffic. And if it's green, it means that there's an increase in that traffic. So I can see where things are really climbing. And if they're red, do I need to go worry about that or focus on that at all? So anyway, this video is getting really long, so I'm gonna leave this there. But this was a really cool just recap on 2020. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to see notifications when I make more videos like this one. I'm Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, Nevada.